Hello and welcome to this example video where we're going to work on factoring when a doesn't equal 1. Now keep in mind, when we're dealing with a quadratic or a trinomial form polynomial, we are looking at ax squared plus bx plus c. Now normally when we are trying to factor these in a equals 1, we start off with c. That's still true. We're going to start off with factors of c, but we're also going to have to take into consideration factors for a. And so these help us determine what numbers we could possibly use when we're trying to solve everything. Then we have to keep in mind this word, combine. How can we combine combinations of these factors to get to b? Now to kind of help us with that, I have two sort of simple examples here, all right? And what they are is they're very similar, but there's a little difference. So let's start off with, new color, our two sets of parentheses. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm going to start by looking at 8, and I'm going to look at 3. For 8, I have 1 and 8, and 2 and 4. For 3, it's pretty easy. I only have 3 and 1. Now, I like to put my larger one on the left. It really doesn't matter, but I just find it easier. If you find it easier, awesome. Now, I just start playing the guessing game with these factors over here. So I can put 8 and 1. Well, that's going to give me 24 and 1. Yeah, that doesn't work out all that well. So maybe I try 8 and 1 this way. 8 and 3, that's 11. That's pretty close. So take that away, but it's not close. It's not good enough. Now I try 4 and 2. So let's put 2 here, 4 there. When I do the foiling part, I end up getting 6 and 4. And when I combine that, I can get 10. That's awesome. And that's what I want. So that's my final answer right there. I box it, walk away. Now, over here, similar trinomial, same pieces, 3x and x for the left-hand side. But then for 8, I have, again, 1 and 8, and I have 2 and 4. Now, the reason why I wanted to put these side by side is to show you that the order in which you put them really matters. Because here, if I go with plus 4 and plus 2, now I have 2x, 12x, that gives me the 14x. So this is the answer to that trinomial, whereas this one is the answer to that trinomial. So hopefully that has kind of helped a little bit, but if you want another example, keep on watching and I'll show you one more. One's maybe a little bit harder. So now let's go with 10x squared plus 3x minus 18. Now, here's some stuff I'm getting from this. I know that here I'm going to have different signs, meaning that one of them is going to be a plus and one's going to be a minus. All right. Here I have multiple options I can pick from. So I have 10 and 1, and I have 5 and 2. Now the thing is, rarely is it going to be a big number like this, because then you're multiplying something by 10, and that makes getting this number very, very tricky. So my starting off point is going to be 5 and 2. All right, 5x and 2x. Now I look at factors of 18. And so again, I have to sort of do a lot of guess and check and make sure or see if my work all adds up in the end. Because 6 and 3, 9 and 2, and 18 and 1, depending on how I combine these, I can combine it with a 5 and make it positive or negative, so I just really have to kind of check. All right, so now let me just see here. I'm just going to kind of try something maybe in the middle, see how that works. So if I go 6 and 3, I'll have 6x and 30x. That's not going to help. So I can't combine that anyway. I can't subtract the two of them to get 3x. So I'm going to get rid of all of that. And now I'm going to try maybe 6 here, 3 there. This gives me 12. This gives me 15. I like that. So let me write that down. So here we have 12x. Here we have 15x. Now the thing is, I need it to be a positive 3x, meaning this one needs to be positive, that one needs to be negative. So if that's going to be the case, this is going to be minus 6, and that's going to be plus 3. All right? And that's how I end up factoring that. Now, really quickly, let's just say, do a new color here, 10x squared minus 3x minus 18. when I get to this part, again, I'm going to try with 5x and 2x. I'm trying my things. I get 6 and I get 3. And I do the same thing. We're like, hey, that's 12x. And hey, this is, whoops, try this again. Come on, there we go. This is 15x. Now I need it to be negative, so I need this one to be the negative one, this one to be the positive one. The way that's going to happen is by making this negative 3 and that one positive 12. So essentially to do this, again, a lot of guess and check, and you got to quickly FOIL to make sure that you're matching up with the middle term there so that it all works out in the end.